Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? This your boy Rod Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. Oh yeah, today is Monday, August 31st, 2020. And y'all know me, I'm not gonna sit here and wait for somebody to come in and look at the video and get views. We don't do this for views, but we want to just get right off into it. Everybody by now in Shreveport know that the Shreveport Police Department has come up with a drastic change in their agenda to help fight the killing and the crime that's going on here in Shreveport. But I got a message to the chief of police and to the people. I just got a message for Shreveport, period. I'm going to be real. Black people, let me show you how crazy stuff is with us. We'll sit around here, talk all this black power shit on Facebook. We talk all this consciousness and woke stuff. But at the same time, we're asking a white police chief to come into our neighborhoods and stop the crime. Wait a minute, so let me see if I got this straight. We sit up here talking about Black Lives Matter. We sit up here talking about the police and all this shit, but yet you mad at the police chief because all the crime going on. Now, let's really look how fucked up that really sounds. You asking the same white people that you're saying are killing you in the middle of the streets. You're asking the police chief. Let me ask you a question. If we fire Ben Raymond right now and put in a Negro police chief, what can he do about crime in our neighborhood, by people killing each other? Unless he clones himself almost 140,000 times and put himself in everybody's house. What can your police chief do about two Negroes that's beefing behind? What can your police chief do about two Negroes who beefing behind some dope? If you take every gun away, they gonna find a way to kill each other with baseball bat. So the answer ain't in your police, man. It's in our culture. But let me get back to your police. Ben Raymond, we understand what's going on all around the country. So is this an attempt to put these police officers who are just as much criminals as the people in Shreveport? Come on, look how many police officers you got fired, that they got fired here in Shreveport. You want to know one reason why they understaffed? Because half the motherfuckers that got fired for criminal activity. They just as much criminals as we are. But guess what? They finna be riding in your neighborhood because, again, when you look at it, the itinerary that they got right now, Ben Raymond say we're not finna come out for minor traffic accidents, no little mother, son, daughter type little dispute. We're not coming out for anything trivial no more. So guess where they gonna be at, since they not gonna be answering your calls when you have a fender bender? They gonna be in your neighborhood stopping you for traffic tickets, searching your cars. See, this is what we as black people brought upon ourselves, because we as a community could not. I mean, you mean to tell me a community just for what we're gonna say my hood, Cooper Road, 18 to 20,000 people up there, and 5 Negroes are causing all the problems. You mean to tell me that the other 17,950 people couldn't stop them Negroes from shooting and killing each other? So guess what the police finna do? They finna ride in your neighborhood using this as an excuse, man, to ride in your neighborhood. Watch how many more black people start going to jail for simple petty crimes now. No seatbelts, driving with an open container. Shit like that finna explode, because guess what the police gonna be at now, since they're not answering all these other calls? Do you realize Ben Raymond say, if you see 2 Negroes selling dope in the middle of the street right now, we not gonna be involved with that shit? Go back and check out what he said. If you see an open air drug transaction right now, we not worried about that shit. We finna come ride in your neighborhoods, Negroes, and get rid of the Negroes that's killing other Negroes, because Negroes were too coward to step up and stand up in their own neighborhood. So they finna put a bunch of criminals, because half these police on steroids, half of them on antidepressants, half of them, selling more dope than the dope boys on the street. Yeah, it's finna get real crazy. We're gonna do a video on YouTube this evening about how the police are really complicit in selling a lot of this dope here in America. How the police are now using all this chaos that we ourselves are perpetuating to come into our neighborhoods now and heavily police our neighborhood. So Ben Raymond just say all the petty crimes, we're not going to respond to them because we're going to be in the black neighborhoods now where all this killing going on. And guess what? Response to petty crimes, because a lot of y'all coming home from work right now or going to work, might be trying to get to work. You might be speeding, trying to get to work because you're late. They finna stop you now and want to search your car and shit, make sure you ain't got guns. When it was really as simple as us coming together, a community, just say like on the Cooper Road, 18,000 people telling them 5 people starting all the motherfucking trouble and doing all the killing. Get the fuck on. That's what we should have done. We didn't do it, so guess what? The same people who we say killing us in the middle of the fucking street, the police, which is nothing more than a gang. They ain't nothing more than dope dealers. Because how many police, Shreveport police got fired last year for that steroid thing? One of them got fired because he got caught with weed and a gun. You had about 6 of them get fired because they fucking take steroids. They were buying and selling fucking steroids. So you asking a bunch of criminals. Then you got 8 of them that got fired about 3 months ago for beating the shit out of people around here. So you asking a bunch of criminals to help you stop the other criminals in your neighborhood, and now they finna come in and terrorize, brutalize your neighborhood, our neighborhoods, under the guise that we got to stop the crime. Man, this shit crazy, bro. So we gonna do some shit about this on YouTube. And y'all forgive me, I'm trying to stop a lot of the cussing. I'm gonna really stop a lot of cussing, but this is crazy. Black folks around here asking the police chief, who himself shot a brother in the head back in the early 2000s. Y'all realize Chief Ben Raymond got him a kill in and got away with it. Every time they get into a shootout with a black person, almost 100-some bullets fired, and the only shot that kills that black person is he shot himself in the head. Ben Raymond used that excuse. So again, I'm not judging or criticizing, but I am keeping the pressure on you too, police chief. But black people, let me ask you a question. A lot of y'all talking about we need to fire Ben Raymond. Y'all got the last police Chief Crunk. Y'all got him basically fired. You replaced him with Ben Raymond. What makes you think the next police chief is going to do any better than them? Do you realize when niggas get shot, the police chief is either at work or at home? The mayor is either at work or at home. At what point do we change our culture? There's no point in us allowing 1 or 2 Negroes running up and down the block with automatic weapons to hold 300-400 people hostage, because these 300-400 people are really cowards. Because anybody know me, if I know anything, I'm going to just tell a nigga, look, man, I'm not finna tell the police, but you need to get the fuck out this neighborhood within the next few days, or you would rather the police catch you than us. Because I'm going to motivate a bunch of concerned citizens, not Negroes who talking about I don't want to snitch, because you Negroes are part of the problem. Keep it real. The only way you can snitch on somebody is they got to be involved in some kind of crime. Now, we not snitching on nobody. We telling these Negroes with these automatic weapons that's killing our children, that's killing our babies, that's killing our parents, our grandparents, our aunties, our uncles, our nieces. We telling them Negroes, you better hope the police catch you before we do. We not talking about vigilanteism, but we are talking about stepping up, standing up, man. Community policing. Because guess what? We done got to the point right now, we kept it so gangster, we didn't want to snitch on nobody, that Ben Raymond is saying now, we finna have to put the whole police department in you all's neighborhoods just to stop you all from killing each other. It's a damn shame we gotta ask the same white folks that we telling them to not to shoot. Hands up, my hands up, don't shoot me. I can't breathe. Black Lives Matter, them same goddamn police that you've been complaining about, you expecting them to stop the crime in your neighborhood. So guess what's going to happen? You have increased the odds of more Negroes getting fucking shot by the police. Because again, at first we always told you, we've been telling you this for about 10 years now. Those who've been following us at The Real News Behind News know. I've been telling you, the police only come to your neighborhood after a crime has been committed. Well, guess what? They're going to be in your neighborhoods every day, all day. And a lot of innocent black people going to suffer for the shit that niggas do. Oh, get a shovel so you can dig what I just say. Can you dig what I just say? A lot of innocent black folks gonna get caught up in the shit that we as black folks allow niggas to do in our neighborhood. That's deep game. Hey y'all, check us out on YouTube today at 6 o'clock. I put the link up. But the truth is what it is, man. You asking the chief of police, you want to fire him. You fire Ben Crump. You know what I'm saying? Got him. Well, Ben Crump was smart. I gotta give Chief Crump was smart. He's like, fuck that. I'm not finna let you stupid ass Negroes fire me. That shit ain't my fault that niggas are killing niggas the way that they are. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about this, y'all. I'm gonna end this video. In the last 3 weeks, we done averaged at least 10 shootings a weekend. And in that weekend, just the weekend alone, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you maybe had 3 deaths for a weekend for the last 3 weekends. Now, let me give y'all a real game. People in Shreveport got to understand that when you look at this shit, you got to look at per capita. How many people per 100 are killing each other? Per 1,000 are killing each other. Per 10,000 are killing each other. Per 100,000 that are killing each other. You're living in a city, man, that's not even in the top 200 largest cities in America. But per capita, we're killing more people through violence than motherfucking places like Compton, Minneapolis. I mean, literally, Shreveport ranks per capita for shootings, murder, and violence up in the top 15. We know we rank up there in the top 5 for sexually transmitted diseases. So Ratchet City is ratchet as fuck. While they talking about COVID-19, Shreveport and the rest of Louisiana, let's not forget about herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea, because we lead the nation per capita in that shit also. But yeah, we still claim Ratchet City, and we gotta wonder why now Chief Crump say, in order to stop niggas from killing niggas, we gotta put the people that niggas hate the most, the police, in niggas' neighborhood. And guess what? You increase the risk of Negroes and black people getting shot because of shit that we as black people and Negroes let niggas do. Like go around here with AK-47s and kill innocent babies. And 3 years later, none of the babies' murders have been solved. Nobody has went to jail in Shreveport for the 7 murders of these babies who lost their life in the last 3 years. Very few Negroes go to jail when they shoot another Negro and kill a Negro here in Shreveport. So you all who say the police, they don't get charged, they don't get brought up on charge, they don't even get nothing but a paid vacation. Guess what? Negroes don't go to jail either, bruh, when we shoot each other, because Negroes will hide them out. You know, little Kunta up the street, shot little Baba, little Blay, whatever all these little niggas, you know what I'm saying, my little nephews, I try to teach them. But you know he shot him, and y'all gonna sit back and just let him sit right there when the police come and say, what happened? I don't want to get involved. But as soon as a motherfucker break in your tool shed, the first person you call, the police. Yeah, it was that little, I believe it was little Blay broke in my tool shed and stole my hammer. You'll call the police and report that shit, but that same nigga shot this little boy up the street and you won't say nothing about that. So now you can't get mad when Chief Raymond say, we finna put all these police in your neighborhood to help stop the shooting. This shit crazy, man.